Hi there, beautiful thrivers. Welcome back to another video with Thriving in Chaos. It's Wednesday, and for me, that means WTF Wednesday, weekly tracking of finances. So thank you for being here. Click that subscribe button, like the video. Let's go. Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope your week is doing well. We are halfway through it. Weekend's almost here. Keep going. Before we get started into this video, let me go ahead and grab today's prompt card. If you're new to my videos, this is a prompt card. It's basically a conversation starter, so I'll ask and answer the question on the card in this video, and you guys can put your answers in the comments below. It's just a little something to help us get to know each other better. So, today's prompt card is, what was your best friend's name growing up? I had a few best friends. I think it just depended on what age range you're asking. So, I will just go with my high school years. My best friend's name was Melissa, and we just were two peas in a pod. Miss that girl so much, but as soon as I started having a family and having kids and living that kind of a lifestyle, and hers was more city girl, we grew apart. But she will always mean the world to me. What about you guys? What was your best friend's name growing up? Let me know in the comments below. All right, it's WTF Wednesday time. All right, so, let's do this, guys. We have some expenses to do. We've got some things to do here. We are going to be working with the week of the 1st through the 7th. If you're new to watching these types of videos that I put out every single Wednesday, what I like to do is every Wednesday I go through the past week of online expenses. This is both bank and credit card that we're going to be tracking. We're also going to be tracking our cash spending that we've done, just cash transactions. And then on top of all of that, we're going to be tracking our bills. What bills have come out over the past week? That way we can keep all of our finances and all of the methods that we spend money up to date. So I appreciate you guys being here. I hope it doesn't get a little too confusing. I'm working really hard on trying to make this as organized as possible. But basically what I like to do is start with my bank spending. So anything that we swipe for with our debit card, we're going to start with that. And then I want to go back through and do our credit card spending. We have one credit card my hubby uses for gas only. So we need to track what was spent over the past week so that we make sure that we pay that credit card back. Then we are also going to be tracking our cash spending. It's basically all of the transactions we've made by handing cash over. And then lastly, we're going to be tracking our bills. What bills came out over the past week so that we make sure all our bills are being paid like they're supposed to since we're on auto pay. So let's try and make this as organized as possible. Let's do this. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave them in a comment below and I will definitely answer those for you. With that being said, we are going to start with, oh my goodness. All right. So on the 1st, I did make my pets. Let's see. I did it on Amazon. I almost wrote Amazon. I bought my pets some food. This is actually for my daughter's bird. I will also be rounding this up to 34, even though the total cost was $33.52, so that is 48 cents overage because we are doing a Save the Change challenge. So no matter what the price is, we're going to round it up. That way we can start building our account buffer slowly by slowly, little by little, and cent by cent. Also on this day, we had some grocery purchase. I'm going to say it's grocery, but it's really like toiletries. I had to go to CVS and get us a bunch of different new toothbrushes, and it's well past time. So we're going to round that up to 109. the total cost was $108.16. So 84 cents. All right, and then I did do my dog. So I buy from Chewy online. I also do it on an auto shipment. So that came out. This is also going to be coming from my pets. You see why I stuffed it so much in the last cash stuffing, because I knew this was coming. So 54 minus the total cost was 53.54, and that saves us 46 cents towards our account buffer. All right, the next up in regards to our bank account, so the blue we're going to do bank account, is on this day all the way down here. We did our very best not to spend as much as possible. So the first one, of course, is, oops. Speaking of which, everybody asks what these pins are when you see me erase, because I almost always have to. These are Pilot Friction clicker erasable pens. I don't know, can you see that? Okay. So I got these off of Amazon, but I have actually seen them at Target. I've seen them at different Office Depot or Office Max, different type of places, whatever you have on hand. But Pilot Friction, or Friction, I'm not exactly sure which word they're saying there, but clicker erasable. And they come in all different sorts of colors, and they just have this little rubber tip, and it just erases. I love it. So there you go. I always get asked about that, but we are doing mental health. I have my daughters in therapy so that they have somebody to talk to. They're teenagers, and you know this world, if you have teenagers, you already know what they're dealing with in this world. It's crazy, but I just wanted to get a leg up and put my kids in therapy. They've been in therapy for quite some time now. I pay $65 a week. They take turns once every other week. And they just, I feel like it helps them know their mind. So if it's something you can do, something you can afford, and you have teenagers, do it. Please find a good one and put them in therapy. So just, that's my suggestion. All right, so for the next expense from our bank account is grocery. I'm going to say that's $10, and the total cost was $9.70. It's 30 cents that we're adding to that. All right, so that'll do it for our bank spending. Now we're going to move on to our credit card spending, which I'll represent in pink here just so we can keep it separated. I love that. All right, so for credit card spending, my hubby did have a purchase for gas, and then I'm just going to put credit card, gas, of course, and that was $29. Total cost was $28.75. Oh. So that's 25 cents. It still goes to my bank account, still building that account buffer because I have to put this money in my bank account to pay my credit card. So, of course, I'll be paying the credit card the exact amount, and any change that we have managed to save stays in my bank account. All right, next up we had on the 3rd, credit card, gas, and that was for 47 even. On the 6th, another one, credit card, gas, and that was for 20 even. And on the 7th, oh, I totally why didn't y'all tell me? Like, I was in here writing this whole time on Sunday and you guys didn't tell me? Like, rude. No, I'm just kidding. I'll skip 2 lines. I'll do that off camera. But credit card, gas, and that was for $21.50. So we're going to go up to 22, and that was 50 cents. All right. Let me fix this really quick. All right. So that'll do it for all of the credit card. We have both bank and credit card. So let's go ahead and figure up our credit card spending. We need to know that bottom line because we're pulling that from one envelope. That is going to be 29, 47, 20, and 22. So that'll be 118 that we spent in credit card. This is just so I make sure that I keep this separated. When I go to pay our credit card bill, we have that in the bank at all times, and I know exactly how much that will be. And we can go ahead and calculate up how much the Save the Change challenge that we saved this time will be. 30 and 50, $2.83. Not bad. Like that. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put my squares on here because I'm just extra that way. So I like to have a little square that I got from Miss Casey Lee, and I will use that as a checkbox. And then we will pull all of this cash, and then on top of that I will grab the trackers out of the binders that we've spent from so that we can track our cash spending right after that. So let me do the squares really quick. I'll set everything up, and then we will start pulling some cash. And I get to use the last two of my no spend stickers on this sheet because we had 2 days where nothing was spent, so that's awesome. Alright, first up we're going to start with my revolving binder. This is basically the binder we live out of always. So I'm going to start here. I do have some expenses, so I'm going to pull out the tracker, and we're going to put this aside until we are ready to track our cash spending. So the first thing I'm going to pull from is grocery. We have $109 here and $10 there, so that's $119 that I need to pull. So 100, let's see what, I'm pretty sure I have 19. Let's do that. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 519. That leaves 100, 200, 300, 20, 35, 45, 55, and 356 in our grocery budget, which is nice. I still have to do some grocery shopping. I did a smaller haul because I didn't feel like being at the grocery store too long. So I know I'll have to go back, but we're going to try and make do as much as we can because I hate grocery shopping. So that's 115 or 16, 119. There we go. We'll go ahead and check those off because we paid those. Let's see. The other one in here, of course, is our gas. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out. We already calculated that up, so we know we need 118. Let's see what we've got. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, no, 20. I don't know what I was trying to do there. So I need $2 in change. 1, 2, and that will have made 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. That will make the correct amount. So we have now 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 11, 12. So we have 112 now left in our gas budget. So that means we paid all of the credit card purchases. Perfect. We're flying through this. Next up is my pets. I don't know why I had it sideways, but I don't know. I really like the vertical for some reason. Okay, so my pets, we have a total of, let's see, 34 plus 54, and that's $88 that we need to pull for my pets. So 50, 70, 80, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you see why I like to put 1s and 5s in here. So 50, 70, 80, 5, 86, 7, 8. We got the right amount, 88. That leaves 50, 70, 1, and 2 in my pets. Got those two. Last one is mental health, and that is not in this binder. And we didn't spend anything out of our short term in cash, I don't think. No. I believe that revolving is the only one. So we need mental health. Yes, by the way, I do get lots of comments from a lot of you new subbies that your envelope vinyls are so cute. These are all hand drawn by me, all of it. This is not stickers. I hand drew this whole thing, even the letters, all of this. So if you're interested in that, I have an entire playlist on my channel. You are free to go and check it out and see how in the world I accomplished these envelopes. Every envelope has a video attached, so check them out if you want. So for mental health, we have 50, 60, and 5. That leaves 50, 150, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95. So 195. That's perfect. We're 2 weeks ahead on those appointments with payments anyway, so that's awesome. And mental health is done, and as you can see, we pulled everything. So I can tell you for a fact, revolving is the only binder that we spent out of. So we only need this right here. So while we have that, let me grab all the things I need. We have spent grocery. That's all we spent this past week. 85, 85, 192, and 163. So we spent a total of $525. I think it's about time for me to like clear this off, but I totally didn't write it. Week 1 of March, we spent $525. All right. We spent $525 in cash spending. And for cash envelopes, this is what we pulled from all of our cash envelopes. Let me just get all of this organized really quick. Okay, let's count it. 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 50, 60, 3, 65, 75, 85, 386, 7, 8, 9, 390. So $390 from our cash envelopes. That means we didn't take anything out of our account buffer. That means basically if I didn't have the cash in my envelopes, sometimes I would have to just use my account buffer, which I haven't done that in months and months and months, but that's there just in case. So now let's figure out how much we spent in total in our bank spending. We already have the total for our credit card spending, so I just want bank. So that total is 272. And just to make sure we pulled enough, so we'd spent 272 out of our bank. We spent $118 off the credit card. That's a total of $390, which means we pulled exactly the amount of cash we needed. Alright, just took my little thumbnail there. Let's put this back in. I need to probably empty this out, but basically I don't keep trackers on my envelopes, especially these revolving ones. There's just no point. I spend out of them way too much and way too often to be trying to track that. That's stupid. But anyway, what I like to do is just put one budget sheet in the back of each binder that I have. I have 10, but I put a budget sheet in the back of each binder, and just whatever envelope that we spend out of in this binder, we'll write it with our the amount. As you can see, I'm mostly the one that writes it, but every once in a while the hubby will too. You will see his handwriting. It was right here. Oh no, that one. See, he used the thick marker there. Anyway, so we just do that, and it helps us keep track of what we're spending as cash, because otherwise we wouldn't have any way to track it, because we don't use trackers. So that's what we do, if you were wondering. Oh, and while I'm here, I should have done this, but we are going to be putting all of our money in our back to the bank envelope. I do have change in here already because my kids do buy some things with their money, and sometimes they need my bank card to make that purchase happen, so they pay me with all their 10s, 5s, and 1s. All right, so in total for our bank deposit this week, we have 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 400, 5, 10, 15, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 2, and 3. So $433 will be our deposit this week. Very nice. And the last thing I need to do in regards to these cash and bank expenses is transfer these numbers into my main budget book just so that I can have those numbers together. So we are working with March, and I need my transaction log, which is right here. Now let's transfer some of these numbers. We are working with the 1st through the 7th, so March 1st through March 7th. All right, let me fill out my categories really quick. All right, so bank spending $272. Credit card spending $118. Cash spending, we did $525. Save the change, we saved $2.83. So since it's the beginning of the month, these are our starting totals. Nothing to calculate there. And we'll keep a running balance as we go, and then we'll have our end of the month numbers right there. So that's basically all we do. I just transfer that there so that I have it with my month budget, and we are pretty much done with WTF Wednesday. So I will put these back here for next week, ready for that, and then we can get started on our bills, tracking those bills. All right, so now that we've gotten that portion of this video done, we are going to be tracking our bills. Yes, we did have 2 bills that had not come out yet because February is such a short month that those bills that usually occur on like the 30th or the 31st didn't come out until, March. So for Verizon, that did finally come out, so I'm going to go ahead and track those. It was $278.19, and then I did find out that this is going to go up. I got a statement saying that it's going to go up like, I don't even remember. I think it was like $10 per line. We have 6 lines. Ugh, I'm like, okay, fun. Truck did get paid as well. So it was $887.21, done. I do want to add up how much our bills were for last month. It was with the truck, it was $322,362. Without the truck, I keep that separate because his company does pay for that, so I use our Modus check to pay that. But without the truck, it was $233,641. Okay, and we saved $23.50. So that left an overage of $13.59. I'm going to just say 13. And we had a running overage of $253 plus $13. Now we have an overage of $266. Does that make sense? It's basically like our bills buffer. So that, when these things start raising their prices, and I was not expecting it, then we have a little buffer there in our bills account, which all of this comes from our billing except for the dark ones, which are the ones that come from spending. And there's can't avoid those because the bank, I can't choose which one they come out of. And then these are all from subscriptions, which we use with our phone, which if we buy something in-game or buy something, whatever, it naturally comes out of our spending account. So even the bills come out of that. So can't avoid that either. But let's go ahead and go over all of the other bills that have come out. We did have our Netflix come out for $19.99. We had Studio Paint come out for $4.49. We had Spotify come out for $15.99. Our mortgage, it did come out for $10.77.95. We had our stream come out, which is right here. It was $156.32. We had Hulu come out, which is right here, and it was $92.98. I had somebody comment, "What's Hulu? Almost $100? What in the world?" We use it like our cable. Like, we got rid of DirecTV and went to Hulu because it was cheaper than our DirecTV, which was running us about $150. So we use it like our cable. We have live TV, like we have live channels, all of that. And then we also had to pay a fee to not have ads because it was giving us so many ads in the very beginning, and it was like $5. So I was like, I'm definitely doing that. Then on top of that, I had to pay another fee because, we couldn't all watch Hulu at the same time. Like, you had a limited amount, and there's a lot of people in this house, so I had to pay a fee to allow us all to be able to use Hulu at the same time if we wanted. So, long story short, it's basically our cable bill, but we just use Hulu. On top of that, we had our bank fee come out. And we did also have Prime. I don't know how I skipped that over. So that is it. We got all of the bills that have come out so far, which is a good many. Like, that's why I am very particular about having all that we need for the new month prior to, because a lot of them come out like first thing. So going back to our March spread, we can now fill these things out. Yeah, let's do that. I'll just use blue this time, but let me fill these out really, really quick. Mortgage, $1077.92. No, 95. Paid. Netflix was $19.99. Done. Amazon Prime was $14.99. I'm not going to check that one off yet. $15.99 for Spotify. Hulu is $92.98. Bank fee is $5. Gas, which is stream, is $156.32. YouTube Premium hasn't come out. Microsoft has not come out, but Studio Paint has for $4.99. And that's it so far. Yeah. Okay. That will do it. So, today being the 8th, I've also been checking off my videos. So, today's WTF I'm filming right now. So, we should see YouTube and Cricut definitely come out on the next one. So those might be the only two bills that we see on the next WTF Wednesday. But that's it. We have finished all the things. So we've tracked our bank spending, we have tracked our credit card spending, our cash spending, and now our bills, and we are all up to date. I feel like it is very important that we do these type of things just to keep ourselves accountable to what we're spending, also to make sure our bills are coming out. So I think it's really, really important, and I'm so glad that I'm able to do this with you guys, that you're willing to even watch it, because no matter what, I was going to do these videos just to keep myself accountable. But I appreciate you for joining me. So if you're still watching and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to be your weekly inspiration for your own budgeting journey. We do cash stuffing, we do budget tracking like this, and then we also do DIY cash envelopes. That's right. So right now we are working on my 16-year-old's binder. She has never done this before. I just finished my 18-year-old's binder. So now I'm working on hers. All of these I have drawn by hand, using Sharpie markers. So if you're curious on how I'm getting that done, all of this, go check out the videos in that playlist. But I will also be doing her 4th envelope on Friday. So hopefully I get some good envelopes done this month. I think I just have Friday and Monday. So 2 more envelopes for her this month. And then I have to put it to the side so we can focus on cash stuffing and all the other things. But we're going to be doing that on Friday. So I hope you join me. I will see you guys then. And as always, until next time, bye.